going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Adventure is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated,
rip, plastered,
taint, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
Now. It's 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. Time for the opening drive.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico
for 5 years running. It's the OD and the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond.
Well, it's one of those more. Oh, did you hear that? Whoa. Like Peter Brady.
Yeah.
With time to change, you got to rearrange. It's one of those mornings you wake up and, there's a live sporting event going on. It's been going on for a while. And I'm going to get you updated as we go. A little rainy last night, cool outside. What a beautiful, beautiful day. What up, boys and girls? Remember me?
Yeah, I do.
It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, Gato Roberto.
Yes.
On, what are we at, 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal?
See what happens when you take a few days off?
Man, let me just tell you something.
Just lose it.
And I've been in the building since a week ago Monday.
Yeah.
Right? Because I worked out of Vegas Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then took, it was Friday. I took 4 days off. I can't tell you how, I didn't realize how badly I needed 4 days off and just to unplug and get away from it for a minute.
Yeah. It's necessary at times.
I haven't done it this calendar year, really since I took 2 days after the bowl game last year. You just got to go get away and spend some time. Took my daughter to a concert in Cali and spent some time at the beach, played a little golf, and just got the hell away, dude. And by the way, it was 75 down at the water.
My heart bleeds for you.
Yeah. You mean because I had to come back and
and actually do some work that you love doing?
Yeah, no, I looked at my schedule today. I'm like, holy smokes! But it's good. It's good to be back. We got phone numbers for you to get in. I want to hear from you. I'm gonna lean on y'all a little bit today and catch me up some. 505-246-0610 while I catch you up. So the Sports Animals phone line is 505-246-0610. The same number as the text line. Emails will come in this morning at Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. And you can watch the show as always, I think, right? It's on the Zoom somewhere. There it is. Yeah. All right. My camera angle's all screwed up, Adrian. Sorry about that. Ooh, look, that. And we're on the Facebook, the OD and the AM. And Adrian's producing. It's on Comcast, Xfinity Channel 26, and YouTube channel for ProView Networks. All right, let me give you right off the top. So the Open Championship is going on at Royal Troon in Troon, Scotland. The final of the four majors. Tiger Woods goes off at 7:37 for those of you who are asking, but it's almost like the leaderboard's upside down in some respects. American Justin Thomas is your leader. He went out super early and shot a 3-under 68. So he is the leader right now. One stroke better than a group of five dudes who were at -2, Alex Norden, Nikolai Hjolgaard, Justin Rose, Russell Henley, and Maverick McNeely. Of those, Noren and Hjolgaard are done for the day, as is Rose. Now, some big names on the other side of this thing. And you're going, okay, what about Rory? Rory, we haven't seen Rory since what happened at the U.S. Open. Rory McIlroy is struggling. 5 over par. He's playing on number 14. Jon Rahm is struggling. What about the guy who won the U.S. Open? Bryson DeChambeau. Struggling. He's played 15 holes. He is 7 over par. So the course is playing tough. 3 over is your leader. A lot of names big over par. Saw Shahith Thagala at +7. Max Homa is 5 over. It's hard. Will Zalatoris +4. So Ricky Fowler +2. Louis Oosthuizen +2. So I'll keep you up as this thing goes on, man. But John Rahm's 1 over par. He is playing the 16th hole. So Justin Thomas is your leader at the Open Championship at Royal Troon. Tiger goes here in a little bit. A lot of big names. Scotty Scheffler goes in the afternoon. Phil Mickelson's in the next group to go off. It's Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Jus Luton. And then a lot of big names, Wyndham Clark, Xander Schauffele, going off here in the next 45 minutes or so. So I'll get you up to date. What's up with you, man? Got Roberto in. It's me and you for the next, is that right? The next 2 days?
Yeah, today is Thursday.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
All right.
We lose track of days.
Man, I haven't seen JJ in forever.
I think he's back Monday.
All right. You've been in all week, right?
Yes.
So, like, you're a regular on the show now?
Well, this week.
You should see the hay. These guys, so the grass that these guys are chopping out of right now is about waist high.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not lying to you. So McIntyre's hitting this shot, and it's just in a hayfield. Yeah, that's good stuff to watch. All right, Lena, I want to talk to those of you. I was out of town for the event at the Pit on Tuesday. Talked to a few people who were there, and it sounds like it was a wonderful event for what it was. Right, the basketball game, it sounded like it was exciting. The TBT game, the team, the Enchantment, got a pretty good run. The alumni team was really, really good and super emotional as Lobo fan remembers the 3 Lobos who have recently passed in Reuben Douglas and Drew Gordon and Greg Brown. I saw some of it on video on social media. It looked emotional. It looked touching. It looked, kind of everything it was supposed to be. If you were there, I'd love your thoughts. And I know it's 2 days old now, and you guys probably went over this quite a bit yesterday, but I'd love to hear what you all experienced, what you went through. And just going through, just seeing some of the old, I say old, I probably former would be a better word for that, but seeing some of the former players and the memories that it brings back. I love that they've done these events over the years. Holy smokes, dude hit it out of the hay, like on into the concrete. But yeah, I want your thoughts on that. We'll get the TBT team, have they look, Kenny's team, and we'll catch up with Kenny and Craig Snow as we go through the week. Guest list for you today. At 8:30 this morning, we're going to talk with Gloria Navarez. It's a conversation I had last Thursday, so a week ago, and boy, so much has happened, and all the rumors and everything that's going on in the rumor mill on college football and realignment, and really stemming from what's going on in the ACC with Clemson and Florida State, and there's all kinds of, rumors that they're going to the Big 12. There were whispers when I was at Big 12 Media Day. So here's kind of, Bob, here's what I did in Vegas last week. Got a Monday night and had a really nice dinner on Monday night with some bowl people.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I thought what happened in Vegas stayed in Vegas.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to tell you everything.
Oh, okay.
Darn. Just kind of the work stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you, but I won't tell you. Did Big 12 Media Day on Tuesday out at the Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play. By the way, I had never been there. You been to the new stadium out there?
No.
Gorgeous, big, grandiose, nice. Extravagant, all those things. And that media day was the whole football field. So if you look at a football field, kind of like you look at it on TV. So from the right side, they had the stage set up in the end zone facing the field, basically. Big stage, big video, and then like media tables all set up about 40 yards deep with the TV platforms in the back. And then on the back side of that, so on the other side of the field, they had the Big 12 trophies, and there's 2 of them, the Big 12 championship trophy, and then they have like an overseas series trophy, and the national championship trophy was there. And breakout sessions, and then Radio Row was bonkers. BYU TV probably brought 15 people. They had a whole set out there. it was really good, and I got to some really good conversations. But just listening a lot there, with expansion, and with that league being so new, with Arizona in there, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah just joining that league, Texas and Oklahoma being gone, and the commissioner Brett Yormark never mentioned Texas or Oklahoma by name. Swears that they're much better now. They're the strongest they've ever been, even without Texas and Oklahoma. And it's like, all right, I mean, you got to say what you got to say. And the additions that they made with certainly in football with Utah and basketball with Arizona are good. And then you bring in Deion Sanders and what Colorado could be, should be, might be. We'll see what they will be. It was good. But the whispers and everything's around realignment. And then I went over to the Mountain West. There was a nice function on Tuesday night, and I did the Mountain West on Wednesday and Thursday. The Mountain West was as steady as I've ever seen it, but yet who knows if it's steady, because it could blow up any second, right? And I think one of the things, and at 8:30 when you hear from Gloria Navarez, the commissioner of the Mountain West, I asked her straight up a question that many of you Lobo fans have been concerned about. And I think the way, it's a week old now, Bob. So I think this is how I asked. But I asked her some way in this context. I said, for our audience, Lobo fan is worried. There's a lot of scenarios out there, and they're worried about getting left out in some sort of a realignment. And I know some of you are, and I understand it. And so you'll hear what she had to say coming up at 8:30, and what the commissioner of the Mountain West had to say about that. So we'll go through a lot of the stuff and obviously stay up to date on everything that's going on in regards to the realignment stuff. As of now, it's all conjecture, but there's a lot of it out there. In the Mountain West over the last 2 days, and this kind of bummed me out. Jeff Tedford, the head coach, or now former head coach at Fresno State, stepped away for health reasons. And I really like Jeff. And we've had Fresno State in the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl twice in the last 3 years, and he didn't coach either game. The first time, Lee Marks was the interim coach. That's when Kalen DeBoer left to go to Washington. Kalen DeBoer is now the head coach at Alabama. And Jeff Tedford was named the new head coach coming back to his alma mater during that week. So he was here, and we hosted him, and he was up in the suite, and he enjoys red wine, and
important things.
And he was great. And then, if you recall last year, Jeff Tedford left his team early because of health concerns. And so saw him at Media Day last week, and we talked. We did not record a conversation. I brought back about 8 of them, I think, guys. You're not going to, we're not going to overwhelm you with them, and it's not every player, but we did bring back 8. And tomorrow you'll hear from Nate Dreiling, the former defensive coordinator at New Mexico State. In fact, last year's defensive coordinator at New Mexico State, who is now finding himself as a head coach at Utah State. But Jeff, talked to him, and really the first thing is, how you feeling? And he says, good. No, I feel good, and I'm excited, and he's energized. And he had a checkup with his doctor, obviously this week, and whatever's going on with Jeff, the doctor suggested that he stepped down, and so he did. And Tim Skipper, who led Fresno State to the Isleta New Mexico Bowl championship over New Mexico State last year, is now the interim head coach for this season. So you got 2 season-long interim head coaches in the Mountain West this year, in Tim Skipper at Fresno State and Nate Dreiling at Utah State, for 2 different reasons. But sending great thoughts to Jeff, because I like him a lot. He's a terrific coach. He's had a great career at Cal and at his alma mater at Fresno State. But Bob, it was one of those things. You see a gentleman, and you know him peripherally, you know him fairly well. You're not homies with him. You see him 2-3 times a year, and how you feeling? And he looked good. He's like, I feel good. I'm great. I got the clean bill of health, and then 3, 4, 5 days later, you see doctors told him to step aside, and he leaves his gig. So I don't know what the deal is in detail, but
Well, we wish him well, regardless.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, 505-246-0610. I will keep you up to date on the Open as we go. I'll give you scores throughout. You're already hitting me on the email this morning. I got Tellus says On the tee from the USA, Tiger Woods. That's what it says in that voice. By the way, it says it in that voice. And Carl says, keep those Tiger Woods updates coming today, Jeffy. So I will do all that for you. And I'll make sure that you get what you need. When we come back, what a night in the WNBA. I know, but no, hear me. Caitlin Clark did something pretty special last night. And it looks like the WNBA is going to get a big television rights deal. But is it enough? We'll do that when we come back. I want to tell you about on-the-spot automotive detailing before we go. Because summertime, like now time, is the perfect time for on-the-spot automotive detailing. With road trips and activities, I'm going to guess your car probably needs it. I love it when on-the-spot automotive detailing comes to me. They detail my vehicle. Yep, they come to me wherever and whenever it's convenient, detail my car inside and out. When they're done, it looks, it feels, it smells brand new. They were awarded best in the city, and for good reason. But it's not just detailing. Driving without window tint can be unbearable in this heat. On the Spot Automotive Detailing has you covered. With their top-notch window tint service, they're a certified 3M dealer. What that means is they have the best product on the market. You can ask them about ceramic tint. That blocks 99% of UV and infrared rays. It keeps your car looking and feeling cool. Get the professional tint you need from On the Spot Automotive Detailing. I know it's a lot. They're that good. Everything's online. Go to otsdetailing.com. You can book there, or you can give them a call. The number is 505-859-2859, 505-859-2859.
It's kickoff time.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mir here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Weekday afternoons from 4 till 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Gato Roberto's in today, or JJ Buck. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, The Sports Animal. So, interesting week for you not to be on KKOP and be over here doing some sports, huh? Anything going on in the world?
I hear this person called Tiger Woods is about to
that's
20 minutes.
That's this thing over here. But I mean, what a crazy. I mean, anything? Did I miss anything in the news world?
You don't really want to know, do you?
I'm kidding.
You really don't want to
know. I mean, I had news. Something else. All right, let me give you open for those of you, and I'll do this as we go through the day because the what do I do over here? I played with this. The U.S. or not the U.S. Open, the Open Championships, the formerly known as the British Open, is going on at Royal Troon in Scotland, and they are midway through round number 1. Justin Thomas shot a 368 today. He is your first round leader. These guys are all done. They shot a 69, 1 stroke behind Thomas, Alex Noren, Nikolai Hogard, and Justin Rose. Russell Henley is on 18, also at 2 under. Some other names: Adam Scott shot 1 under. So out of there were 11 guys under par this morning out of 115 guys on the golf course. So it is playing really, really tough. How tough? Bryson DeChambeau, the U.S. Open champion, is 7 over par.
Ouch.
Rory McIlroy, the U.S. Open runner-up, is 5 over par.
Another ouch.
Yeah, boy. So it's going right now. The next group off, they should have just gone, is Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Juice Luton, and Tiger set to go here within the half hour. So I'll keep you up to date on all that. 505-246-0610. Big night in the W last night. Caitlin Clark. You heard of her?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. She broke the WNBA's record for assists in a game. She had 19 assists last night. Her team, the Fever, lost to the Dallas Wings. It's a final league-wide game prior to the month-long Olympic break, so there's no more W for about a month. But the previous record was 18. Courtney Vandersloot did it back in 2020. She also had 24 points last night, did Caitlin Clark. So she assisted or scored on 66 points for the Fever. That is the most in a game in WNBA history, beating Diana Taurasi's effort in 2006 by 1 point. She became the second rookie in league history, joined Candace Parker, who did it in 2008, to score or assist on 50 or more points in multiple games. So whatever, say what you want. And she probably needs this month-long break better, more than anybody, right? She's not going to the Olympics. She's going to go, she hadn't had a month-long break. She's been going since September. She did her whole college season, had a few weeks off, finished in the final game, had the draft, and went to work.
Yeah. She's what they call good.
That's what they
she
call
loves playing the game.
Yeah, and she's damn good at it. And so she is raising, and her and Angel Reese and everybody, look, this rookie class is raising the value of the WNBA. So there's a report out that the WNBA is going to get $200 million per year in media rights. Okay, so you need perspective on it, because what does that mean? So the WNBA would receive about $200 million per year as part of the NBA's recently approved media rights deal. There's a bunch of reports out on this. So it feels like a lot, but where were they before? All right, so there's an annual increase. They were at $60 million. So it's an annual increase of $140 million. But the executive director of the WNBA Players Union is not happy. Her name is Terry Jackson. She put out a statement yesterday that's saying the WNBA is being undervalued at $2.2 billion over 11 years. Quote from her, "We have wondered for months how the NBA would value the W in its media rights deal. With a reportedly $75 billion with a B dollar deal on the table, the league is in control of its own destiny. More precisely, the NBA controls the destiny of the WNBA," end quote. And it's always been the case. The WNBA has always controlled the NBA has always controlled the W. Right? They have supported the W financially. The W has been losing money for the 20 whatever years it's been in existence. It's been a project. If that's not the right word, help me with a better one. I'm listening. Of the NBA. Okay. So the WNBA's current media deal is about $60 million a year. It expires after next season, 2025. The NBA owns 60% of the WNBA, and it's negotiated the new deal. So the NBA's Board of Governors approved the league's next media deals with Disney, NBC, and Amazon Prime. This was on Tuesday. That moves the league one step closer to finalizing an 11-year agreement that'll be worth $76 billion. 76 billion. That's with a
over 11 years.
Over 11 years. Yeah. That's from the three. That's from Amazon, NBC, and Disney, like ESPN, ABC. The commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, said that the league was closing in on a new media rights deal, but the other rights needed to be worked out. So he said, this is the NBA saying this. We look forward to learning how the NBA arrived. This is the WNBA. We look forward to learning how the NBA arrived at the $200 million valuation, if initial reports are accurate or even close. Neither the NBA or the WNBA can deny that in the last few years, we've seen unprecedented growth across all metrics. The players continue to demonstrate their commitment to building the brand, and that the fans keep showing up. There's no excuse to undervalue the WNBA again, end quote. All right, so this is really, really interesting. Okay, this is going to be an equity thing. This is going to, right? Because what the new revenue deal would do, you're increasing your TV deal from 60 million to 200, and it would greatly increase players' salaries, right?
Yeah.
WNBA players like Caitlin Clark, I think, is making $70,000 a year. And LeBron's making like 70 million, right?
Yeah.
Right, or 50, 60 million. The WNBA thing has been an issue that for years. Right? Since the WNBA was founded back in 1997, their players go overseas to supplement their incomes. That was the whole Brittany Griner thing. That's why she was in Russia. That's why she got detained. The top base salary for this year is $242,000. Players potentially earn more than $500,000 through salary and marketing agreements and bonuses. Caitlin Clark makes $76,000. So that's where they're going. But how do you, and this is where it's going to get super tricky. And this is kind of that conversation. The women's soccer team, remember when they would win the U.S. national team, they were getting paid less, but the men's sports generate more.
Yeah,
they do. Right?
It's always been that way.
And so what's the value? If you can get more money, they want more than the 200 million. Okay, I'm listening to you, and I'm sure everybody's listening. Where does that money come from? And then how do you distribute it? And that's going to be a big, big conversation. Terry Jackson feels the league could be undervalued because popularity is an all-time high. The W has had strong growth the past few seasons. Took off this year, right? Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. W's had record attendance and viewership heading into the Olympic break. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, right? League's got broadcast deals now. So how much do you bring in and right? That's part of your value. And how sustainable is this? I believe it's sustainable, but how sustainable? We're going to the phones when we get back. 505-246-0610, because I've blown up this segment. I'm way long. If you're there, stay there. I'd love to hear from you at 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and Gato Roberto on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, ripped, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez.
68 today, opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. We're going to hear from Mountain West Commissioner Gloria Navarez coming up in about an hour at 5:30 this morning, a conversation I had with her in Las Vegas at Media Days last Thursday. 505-246-0610. Rudy, thanks for holding. Good morning, Rudy. You're on the Sports Animal.
Good morning, Jeff. I hope you enjoyed your vacation.
I did. I needed it. Thank you.
It's good to get away. I was there Tuesday night, and I wouldn't have missed that for all the tea in China. That was just a great night. Have Aaron Gordon there, honoring his brother, and it was just a unique event. I'm sorry the Brown family couldn't make it. They sent a representative, but it was really emotional because I was pretty close to Greg Brown. I knew Ruben a little bit. I knew Drew a little bit, but I was much closer to Greg, and because of his ties with Albuquerque High and all of that, and what he did for Lobo basketball. And I've never seen a player that small dominate that much in a basketball game. And he was just the most fearless guy I ever met, and he just always had a smile on his face. And I remember the last conversation I had with him because he was at the pit watching his daughter play, and Amaya was having a good game. And when there was a timeout, I talked to Greg, and obviously he remembered the good old days, and we laughed a little bit. And he said, I think my daughter's better than I am. And I just kind of looked at him and said, if that's true. But he was so proud of his kids, and to lose his life in the manner that he did is just a real tragedy. All three of them.
How was the vibe? It felt like, for those of you who are just joining us, on Tuesday night at the Pit, they had a kind of a combination exhibition basketball game between the Enchantment, the team that'll play in the TBT this week, and a Lobo alumni team, but also a celebration of life for the three former Lobos who recently passed: Ruben Douglas, Drew Gordon, and Greg Brown. All, way too young and all passing tragically. How was the vibe? Was it everything? Because I heard it was everything it was supposed to be. It was emotional, but yet it's celebratory. It was sad, but yet it was happy. If that all makes sense. Give me a sense on the field.
Yeah, it was. It was watching the videos of each guy. Each one got their own standing ovation. Crowd. You could hear the crowd just chanting Drew, Drew, Drew. Some of those people weren't even born when Ruben Douglas and Greg Brown were playing. So, it was up to the older people to tell the stories. And I remember Ruben just lighting people up. We didn't have much that year, but we had a guy that couldn't be stopped.
Yeah. When did he lead score in the country? Did he lead the nation in scoring?
I'm sorry?
Did he lead the nation in scoring that year?
Yes, 28 points a game.
Yeah.
And, he was about all they had, and everybody tried stopping him, and you just could not stop Ruben Douglas. He was just that great a scorer. Drew, was just the heart and soul of his team, and you could tell how much people loved him. Ramon Martinez totally broke down.
Yeah.
And then there was the game, and the game was a little sloppy, I think, because of the emotion. But then it settled in, and I don't know if this Enchantment team can go further than it went last year, but man, they got shooters. If Bamforth and Alford and Mathis hit their shots, and they got some help inside with big Uncle Mo. He's going to help Brunker, and I think that's his name, Joey Brunker.
Yes. Yeah.
He looked good, so I think they have a good team. Now they got to go down to Houston and play once a Bronco, so that'll be intense.
Yep, they'll play tomorrow against
I don't think there's any love lost between those two programs.
A Boise State alumni team. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was a great night. I wish there would have been more people, but there was about 3,000 people there. I think they said 2,500. It looked like a little more.
Okay.
But that's solid money for the Enchantment, and I don't think people understand. These guys are doing this on their own dime, basically, and so that fundraiser was really important because it gets them meals and it gets them a hotel room out in Houston, and it gets them probably their plane flight out there. So, I haven't had a chance to talk to Kenny. It was so busy that night, but I saw him out there drawing furiously on a board, and if there's one thing Kenny hates, that's losing.
Yep. So I appreciate it. That's good.
We wish him luck, and we'll be watching him Friday. So
that's good stuff. I appreciate that. Thanks, Rudy. It's great to hear you. No, thank you. Yeah, and I asked earlier if you were out there. I wasn't. I was out of town. I love people's thoughts on on what Tuesday night was. I heard it was emotional. I heard it was great. I heard it was sad. I heard it was glad. I heard it was good basketball, camaraderie, good times. Watching the former players play, always brings back good memories for Lobo fan around here. And would just love your thoughts if you were there, and just a little bit of the flavor of that evening. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Gopher says, heat in the house, Jeff. Eric has been taking some flack for his recent load management time as well. After all, nothing happens in July. There isn't much for talk radio to discuss. Yeah, that's hardly right. Hardly right. I think that I've heard that so often. Bob, I hear people say, "Oh, sports radio, there's nothing going on this summer." I think that's so lazy. There's always something going on.
Yeah, sports is year round.
Yeah, I mean,
there's so many of them.
Yeah, is there more in the fall when you kind of hit the equinox, when basketball, NBA starts up, college basketball starts up, the NFL's going, baseball's going, hockey,
college football.
Yeah, but there's always. So I think I always found that to be a lazy mantra. Well, there's nothing going on. No, that's not right.
Well, that's why they are not hosting this show.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's probably right. We've been able to get through a few years doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Tiger Drive on number 1. It looks like he's on the right side of the fairway and off and running, him and Xander Schauffele. So I'll keep you up to date. We're going to hear from Gloria Nevares. She is the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference. We'll do that coming up at 8:30, a conversation that I had with her. And Bronny had a game last night. How'd your boy Bronny do last night? Update you on that. 505-246-0610. We'll do that when we come back. Hey, searching for an ideal event venue? Got something for you. Right in the heart of downtown Albuquerque, the diverse spaces of the Albuquerque Convention Center will accommodate anything you've got going, whether it's 2 people or 20,000 people. They've got intimate meeting spaces for gatherings. They've got grand expo rooms for conferences, staff and service and food and beverage options that go beyond your expectations. They will make your dream event a reality. I told you, I was just there, about 3 weeks ago for the New Mexico Sports Hall of Fame banquet. It was unbelievable. They got everybody fed, and the meal was really, really, really good. They got everybody fed quickly. It's easy in and out. The parking's great, and you'd be at the center of it all. If you've got an event, whether it's a reception, a wedding, a convention, a meeting, hell, your fantasy football draft, and Christmas parties, holiday parties, those are coming up. You're thinking, Jeff, it's 100 degrees out. It's July. I know, but those things book up. Call and get your information and book at the Albuquerque Convention Center. Be at the center of it all. The number's 505-768-4575, or you can go to Albuquerque CC and get all your information there.
This report is sponsored by Progressive.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, taint, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Try this shit better than all my intentions. Locked in shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I give you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman!
This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive you madman home, huh?
I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom.
Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight. Boom. Boom!
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride.
8.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Bronny had his best game so far last night. You watching the Summer League? What's up, boys and girls? Yep, it's me. Merely Jeff Symbieta alongside Gato Roberto. Glad you're with us on 95.9 FM and AM 6 to the Sports Animal. It's the opening drive. The numbers to get in today. Play radio with us at 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal's phone line and our text line. Your emails come in this morning, and they are jeff@sportsanimалabq.com. Well, I guess that's it.
Oh, we can't have run out of things. How did Bronny actually do?
Bronny had 12 points last night.
That's not too. How many minutes?
How many minutes? He was 5 of 11 shooting, 2 of 5 on 3-pointers. And I don't know how many minutes he played.
Okay.
They played a bunch of minutes. That was his best game yet. He says, I feel like I know the right way to play. So if I go out and play, my every game results like that will come. So if you're a Laker fan, if you're a Bronny fan, if you're a LeBron fan, because earlier in the week, you had one of the best in the league, Jaylen Brown, kind of saying, I don't think he's a pro. Jaylen Brown, the Celtics star, who was left off the Olympic team. But there was a video clip that went viral on Monday night, and Jaylen Brown said, I don't think Bronny's a pro. He was courtside at the Thomas and Mack Center in Vegas for the Celtics Summer League game against the Lakers, in which Jalen House, the former Lobo, had 8 points. And hours after the game, Jaylen Brown addressed the clip on social media. He wrote that he looks forward to watching LeBron James Jr.'s growth. Quote, it's a flex to have your son alongside you in the NBA. It reflects greatness and longevity. Bronny has all the tools around him to be successful. I look forward to watching his growth. He had 2 points. That's not right. 1 of 5 shooting, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. 2 turnovers, 25 minutes. The Lakers loss on against Boston the other night. But then he had 12 points last night. Went out and played a little bit. So if you're looking for, I'll tell you how many minutes he got, man. I'm trying to find it. But if you're looking for something to hang your hat on a little bit. There you go. A little bit of an update for you. Jalen House, who's playing for the Boston Celtics, played last night in the Summer League. And I played pretty well. Trying to make that team, and it'd be fun to see him do something really fun and get there. Team USA played yesterday. I was watching. What was I watching last night? Whatever the hell I was watching. There was a promo, and on Saturday, Team USA getting ready for the Olympics. Watch LeBron and Curry as they get set to play the South Sudan. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, they're going to beat that team by 106. Maybe not that much. But they did roll through Serbia yesterday. Steph Curry had 18 in his first 11 minutes. It was one of those hot streaks, right? That Steph Curry goes nuts. The buzzer sounded. There was a sub coming in, and that's how it was. But they won 105-79 yesterday. So they're 3-0, 2 weeks into this journey towards the Paris Olympics. They're good. They're really good. And they're starting to show some teeth. They're 3-0 in the warm-up tour, 105-79. And Serbia's a medal contender. But last night, it was good. Even by Team USA standards, they're outrageously deep. 7 MVP awards in this group, not including Kevin Durant, who is out with a calf injury, but they might be even scarier when Kerr goes to his bench, right? But this team is going to be special. This team is going to be special. They beat Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic was out there, the Nuggets star, and evidently the manager of Serbia forgot to bring him his jersey. So he's out there and getting ready to play. You see that there's a video of the manager racing back into the locker room to go find his, get Nikola Jokic's jersey. Like, of all the, freaking Nikola Jokic. How do you forget that? But that's where that goes. But it's fun to watch them. They are going to be just terrific. And what are the Olympics next week? 10 days away, something like that.
Something like that. I did see that the mayor of Paris swam this. How's it pronounced? The Seine River to prove that it was safe, because there's been so much controversy about that. Yeah. That it's more of a cesspool than a river that you can swim in.
And they're going to swim in that thing.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. All right, Jalen House last night in the Celtics 89-84 win over the Charlotte Hornets, the former Lobo. Played 17 minutes and scored 8 points, had 5 rebounds and a couple of assists. 2 steals for Jalen House as he tries to make that team. He did not start, but he came off the bench. 89-84. And he's just trying to get some run out there. Man, I hope he gets a real shot at this. I know he's small, especially for that league. But I think, I mean, I've seen small dudes do special things in that league. You asked me how many minutes Bronny played yesterday. He played 24 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 12 points in 24 minutes yesterday for the Lakers in the Summer League. All right, Omar doesn't like the fact that the game, that alumni game was Tuesday. Everything should go around Omar's schedule, so they should reschedule this whole the basketball tournament, which is going to start this week.
Yeah.
It's a national thing, but Omar wants to move that around his schedule. And never mind that this was a celebration of life of 3 gentlemen who passed away in the last 2 months. But middle of summer is awkward time for me, Jeff, is what it says. I'm already out of basketball mode, especially on a Tuesday night. Why aren't they playing Saturday or Sunday when the baseball team's on the road this weekend? I think a better time would be part of a Lobo opening weekend bonanza. You can sell one pass that gets you into all the events. You can have women's soccer play Thursday night, volleyball Friday, football versus Montana State Saturday, and TNT or whatever they're called on Sunday. Yeah, because you'd go to all of those. Then you tell me there's just too much going on, and why don't they spread it out?
No pleasing.
I promise you.
Okay.
What, are you new to the show?
Sometimes I think so, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're well aware. It's too hot, too cold, too early, too late, too nice, too windy, too Sunday, too Saturday.
Too something.
It was too Tuesday on this. Tuesday night in the middle of summer. What are you doing, dude? I guess it was the Major League Baseball All-Star game that night, but he didn't mention that. Yeah, he didn't wait for that.
Okay.
Harold wants to talk global volleyball. Can we talk global volleyball, he asks? I mean, I guess. We waited till July 12th for this. When I look at the schedule, I immediately think you're going to need 3 games in Vegas now in November to save your season. Mexico State's finally back, and they're the highlight at RPI 82. The rest of the pathetic RPIs, Highlands, a friendly, Tulane 236, North Dakota 288. Man, you did some research, Harold. How'd you find all these college volleyball RPIs? North Dakota 288, Irvine 224, Northern Arizona 257. The OD's favorite caller, Howard, at 168. UMKC 146, Houston Baptist 162, and Tarleton State 216. Thank you for the research. I mean, holy smokes. Yeah, that's what you get. I don't know what to tell you, man. But at least you got New Mexico State back on the schedule, right? Feel better about that? Because I'm pretty sure they didn't play. New Mexico State's always got a good volleyball program. But yeah, Harold likes him some volleyball. See, and according to the other caller, Omar, you could have done soccer than volleyball, because he'd have gone to all those events.
Well, of course he would.
Or none of them. Yeah, or none of them, because there'd have been something else to do, and it's a perfect time for it. The middle of the summer on a Tuesday night, get people in the pit, and never mind all those guys' schedules who were playing overseas at that point and have commitments.
Yeah, well, sometimes,
or no times. 8:30, Gloria Navarez, the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference. The conversation I had with her, I think you'll enjoy that. I did ask the question, Lobo fan, that I think has you most concerned. You hear what the commissioner has to say. When we get back, there was a football draft. 6 quarterbacks went. And is Devontae Adams going to rejoin his former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? It's the opening drive. Jeff Simbieta, Gato Roberto, on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Try this shit better than all my intentions. Locked in shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
More surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Madman home, huh? I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom. Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight. Boom. Boom.
Voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond.
Getting closer and closer to NFL camps opening up. Dudes getting paid. Rumors everywhere. What's up? Good morning. Merry Thursday. Opening drive in your ear, Jeff Symbieta and Gato Roberto. JJ's taking a couple of days away. You worked hard, man. Who was in with JJ this week?
Cy, linebacker for the Lobos.
How was that?
That was good. He was in. Cy was in California. So
Cy Riley.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm real bad on names. That's
right. I'll help you with that.
I appreciate.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, good. I'm glad somebody is.
Yeah. No, that's what I do.
But he was on yesterday and the day before.
Good. And he wasn't here.
No. Oh no. Sports guy from the Journal.
Jeff Kramer?
Yes. He was in Monday.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have my name on my bathroom mirror so I know
who you are?
Yeah.
I heard Ned when I was on my way to the airport on Friday.
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right. Got sports going on this morning. The Open Championship is going on. It's like 60 degrees and chill. Like Tiger's wearing a scarf around his neck. The patrons are all bundled up in hoods and jackets and sweaters. Tiger is on his second hole, hitting out of the hay on the left side of the fairway. He made par on number 1, and now just bumped out of the bunker, and he'll be putting long putt on number 2. You have got how many guys on the golf course right now? You've got 125 guys that are on the golf course, and exactly 13 of them are under par. So Royal Troon is playing tough. The conditions are not nice. Justin Thomas is your leader. He went out early this morning and shot a 368. The American has the lead. He is one stroke better than Russell Henley, another American, and Justin Rose, and Nikolai Hogard, and Alex Noren. Maverick McNeely is -1. Sepp Straka and Jason Day -1. You had some guys on the other side of this. Now, I did see Bryson DeChambeau made an eagle to get to +5. That's right. He made an eagle to get to +5. He struggled today, but the U.S. Open champion shot a 76. So he's 5 over par, currently tied for 93rd. I'm looking for Rory because it's last I checked, he was at +5, and he might have slipped even more. I mean, there's some big names, man, all over this leaderboard. Max Homa's 5 over. Tommy Fleetwood is 5 over. Rory McIlroy, 6 over. He's playing number 17, the runner-up at the U.S. Open. So, I mean, it's a bear out there. It's not playing easy, and I'll keep you up to date as we go through it. We're going to hear from Gloria Navarez coming up at 8:30. She is the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference. Conversation I had with her last Thursday at Media Day. Kind of got cut a little. It was about 7.5 minutes, and then her handler kind of pointed at her watch, like, "Okay, let's go. Gotta go. But
at least she knew to point at her watch instead of just saying it.
Yeah, no, I appreciated that. Actually, I had some good conversation. I had lunch with the commissioner on Wednesday, and just I've told you this, and I think she's really good for this league. I think she is, not that Craig wasn't, but I think she's a terrific leader. I think she has been with the voice that this league is needed at a very critical time, and in a tone and a demeanor that's worked really well for what's going on in the league. Now, what does that mean? There has been, and this struck me when I was there, with all the upheaval and realignment in college athletics over the last bunch of years, Mountain West hasn't had any changes to its membership since 2013. I was like, that can't be right. But this league has stayed together in the form. Now, that doesn't mean it hasn't threatened to, that teams won't leave or wouldn't leave if there was an opportunity. I mean, San Diego State was gone, and then they're not. Remember that whole thing? Boise State and the Big East. Everybody would go if there's more money. There just hasn't been that opportunity. So, all right, NFL stuff, and we're getting closer and closer and closer to the start of camp. UFL, the Spring League, had their draft, and 6 quarterbacks went in that draft. 6 quarterbacks who were on NFL rosters that may not make those rosters. So, like Jason Bean, the former Kansas quarterback who's with the Colts, Memphis is banking that he won't make that team and play with them, right? Keaton Slovis from BYU is with the Colts. DC thinks he'll go there. And the big name on this list was Sam Hartman, the Notre Dame quarterback who's with the Commanders. Birmingham drafted him. So, and Tanner Mordecai, who played in the 2022 Isleta New Mexico Bowl when he was with SMU. Then he finished up at Wisconsin. He's on 49ers camp. So another New Mexico Bowl alumni, Bob, that's on an NFL roster. So a couple of guys got paid this week, and it's good that the Bears got this out of the way. The Bears signed their quarterback, Caleb Williams, the number 1 pick overall. Did you guys talk about this yesterday?
No.
All right, Caleb Williams got a 4-year deal. He was the number 1 pick in the draft. The quarterback out of USC went to the Bears. 4 years, $39.4 million. So basically $40 million, just under $10 million a year average. Signing bonus, $25.5 million. That'd be something. Here, sign your name here. I'm going to give you a check for $25.5 million before taxes.
I could do that.
Yeah. So there, he signed, and then they signed their other first-round pick and his new favorite receiver, I would assume, Romo Dunze from Washington. 4 years, $22.7 million. With a $13.3 million signing bonus. So both contracts are fully guaranteed. They got a 5th-year option for 2028. And the Bears will begin training camp in 3 days after veterans report on Friday. The Bears and Texans are the first teams to begin training camp because they'll face each other in the Hall of Fame game, which is in Canton, Ohio, on August 1st, which feels like it's about 2 weeks away because it is. Williams and Odunze, the quarterback and the receiver, are they're not the last, but amongst the last of the 5 first-round picks to sign their contracts. So that's kind of big for them. All right, then there's this, and there's noise around this, and I don't know what to make of it other than Aaron Rodgers continues to stir noise. And Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams were terrific when they were together in Green Bay. Davante Adams is one of the best receivers in the game. Davante Adams is a Las Vegas Raider. And if you recall, he went to Las Vegas in large part to reunite with his former college quarterback at Fresno State, Derek Carr. Then Derek Carr was released. He's now in New Orleans. Davante Adams is there. And there's been video of him saying, I'm going to get killed if I stay here catching balls from Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, the agents for Davante Adams have shut down these rampant rumors that Davante, who's a 3-time All-Pro, is on the trading block. Quote from Kenny Chapman and Frank Bauer, the agents. This is baseless, unfounded speculation, and Devontae is expected to be with the Raiders, as there has been absolutely no trade talk, period, end quote. So, Bob, normally when I get that sort of affirmation, it usually goes the other way. Why is this so rampant? And it's because Aaron Rodgers, the Jets quarterback, who used to play with Devontae in Green Bay, has been stoking the rumor mill. Last week, he was at that American Century tournament up in Tahoe, the golf tournament.
Yeah.
And he said, I love Devontae. I can't wait to play with him again. Well, I can't wait to play with him again. I mean, you're 40 years old, and you got to be you're on the back end of you got a year or two left. And if you're going to play with him again, it's going to be really damn soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers says, I can't wait to play with him again,
you would think something is up.
Something's happening, right? And Rodgers last season hinted several times about getting back together with his favorite receiver. And the Jets are really good at receiver. What would they send for Devontae Adams, who's as good as there is? Devontae was on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast. This was posted yesterday. And Devontae Adams addressed the noise and said that he's locked in with the Raiders. Quote, if I were to be reunited with anybody, it would be with Aaron. Or be relocated anywhere, it would be with Aaron. There's a lot of stuff last year in the media with them asking, they talk about whatever with me, even being involved in it. It ended up getting all the way to the point where it got in the locker room and people was thinking that I was the driving force. End quote. I'm not even sure what he said right there, other than, man, so what does that mean? Like, well, I wouldn't cheat, but if I cheated, it'd be with him. What does that even mean? We'll see. To me, there's a lot of smoke here. I mean, and tends to be where there's smoke. It tends to be a little bit of heat. When we come back, former Lobo head coach has got a new job in football. I think it's a great one. I had heard this was coming. I think this is a great spot for this former Lobo head football coach. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Meyer here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
You make my heart better. Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Try this shit better than all my intentions. Locked in shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with
Sports Animal.
Saw this news yesterday and love it. It's the opening drive. Jeff Simbieta, JJ Buck, not here today. Gato Roberto is in. It's just me and you today.
Yes.
And tomorrow, we get to Ho tomorrow.
Yeah, you bet.
I got Ron says, the Bobcat Ho, Jeff. If there weren't enough reasons already to listen to Friday's OD, Bobcat Ho.
Short as it is.
No. You're getting better.
A little bit.
And you know, I missed a Ho last week. I had a Friday without a Ho. I did Ho. Did you guys Ho on Friday, though?
Yes, we did. I remembered.
Nedward Abraham.
We did it early, actually.
Nedward Abraham James Hoed? He Ho? Or did he just sit there and watch JJ Ho?
No, we did it. We did it early.
You can't even remember your own name. What the hell am I asking you for?
Well, I can remember other things, but not names. No, we did it early as a wake-up call.
Oh, beautiful. All right, Rocky Long, a former Lobo quarterback.
Yeah.
Former Lobo head coach.
Yeah.
Former San Diego State coach as well. Is now a defensive analyst at Fort Lewis College up in Durango. And I love this for him. He and Debbie are living up there as their main residence up in Durango. Saw Rocky about at the Hall of Fame banquet 3 weeks ago. He looked great. I got to spend a few minutes with him, and he looked happy. He's still yoked. He's still working out every day. He's still in shape. He's 74 years old, and he's got a lot left in him, man. And he was interested in the UNM head coaching job when it opened last December when Bronco Mendenhall got hired, and Rocky Long likes to coach ball. Rocky Long has, always made it pretty clear, and I think it's, while he's made a lot of money, I think he's gotten to the point where it's not about the money. And I think he was there a long time ago. He likes coaching ball, and he likes to make a difference. And so he's going to go up there, and he's going to coach football and be a defensive analyst at a place that could use some help. Fort Lewis is 0-11 last year. In fact, they've not won a game since October 5th of 2019. How can that even be, dude? This is 2024. That's 5 years ago. They haven't had a winning season since 2015. So he will join the staff up at Fort Lewis as a defensive analyst. I'm going to be certain it's not for a lot of money, if it's for any money at all. And maybe it's a couple bucks. But he's living up there, and he loves to coach ball. And I remember when he left San Diego State, and there was some real talk. He was talking about just going to coach high school ball. Just wants to coach defense. Wants to go. Look, Rocky understands the game. as well as anybody else. And he understands that part of being a head coach was, dealing with all the exterior stuff. Bob, I was talking to, I know exactly who it was, but one of the coaches in Vegas last week was having a drink with outside the meetings. And he's a second-year head coach, as so many of them in this league are, first year. And I said, how much of what you do now is coach football? I said, I'm going to guess it's about 20%. And he started, no, way more than that. And then he started, well, you start thinking about the media and the recruiting and the overseeing of the facility and the meetings and the budgets. The head coach doesn't coach very much. And I've always said this, right? So you start thinking about, how does one ascend to be a head coach? Because essentially, Bob, when you become a head coach of a college football team, Tiger just rolled in a long birdie from off the green, and he's one under.
Good for him.
Yeah. What gets you there? You're a really good coach, X&O coach, or you're a really good recruiter, or right, you're good with players, and then all of a sudden you become a head coach.
And you got to do all of it.
And you are expected to know how to handle budgets and hire and fire and deal with HR and deal with the media and deal with that scheduling and deal with administration and sit in all these right?
Yeah.
And there is no way, and I know I've said this a million times, there's no reason to expect somebody to have that skill set. They're a really good football coach. Nor is there a reason, and Rocky had that skill set. Rocky certainly got that. I don't know if he had it day one, but I mean, all the years of being a head coach, he mastered it. Like the media here, for the most part, really enjoyed dealing with Rocky. The media in San Diego loved him because he was him. He didn't put on some persona in press conferences. He answered questions. He showed up all the time and gave you what, he answered the questions. And by the way, he won football games. But I never got the impression, and I think those who know Rocky fairly well would concur. He never loved that. He never got into, now the money, that's where the big money is.
Yeah.
Right. And you always want to take care of your family. And I don't think Rocky ever was in it for the money, but we all like money, right? We all got to make a living.
Yes, we do.
And so Rocky set up his family, but I think first and foremost, that gentleman enjoys coaching ball. He's a football coach. And I remember when he left to San Diego State, before there was that little gap before he signed on with Danny Gonzalez to become the defensive coordinator when Danny got the job here. And there was some talk that he was just going to go be a defensive coach at a local high school, just volunteer. And I don't know if this is volunteer. I don't know what the deal is that he's got going at Fort Lewis. But I know he and Debbie are living up there. And he's going to be a defensive analyst at Fort Lewis and coach college ball and not at the highest level and just do what he loves to do. And I promise you he's going to be happy doing this.
Yes, he is.
And I love it for him.
Yeah. If you're doing what you love, it's not a job. And,
I think that's right.
And obviously this is what he loves to do.
Yep. I'm so stoked for him because no pressures, man. And especially, hell, they were 0-11 last year. According to Sean Ryder's story, they haven't won a game since 2019. Dude, there's no pressure. Just go make these guys better. Go make an impact on their lives. There's an old picture of me in the paper, though, right there. In the background of Rocky Holton from 2007. I had a little hair still in my head. Like a little bit.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, you guys are in on the email machine, jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. And you can hit me there, jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. Wow, there's a bunch of this. Can I vent, Jeffy? You can do anything you want, Born. It says, Sunday, I was digging the American Century. That's that golf tournament that Aaron Rodgers was playing. I actually realized it's a celebrity tournament up in Tahoe. He says the leaders were putting their tees down on 17. So there were 2 holes left. The clock hit 4 o'clock and KOB switched to a critical infomercial on cosmetics.
Gotta pay them bills.
I didn't get to see the end of the tournament. WTF. I don't even know what those initial, what that means.
I'll tell you all.
Question mark. Oh, you will? Okay. Then these stations wonder why no one watches their fake news and fake sports anymore with their rating, why their ratings are dropping year after year. minutes from Bourne. Boy, that's a fair vent, dude. That is a fair vent. I mean, typically when there's a live sporting event, you don't interrupt the end of a sporting event for an infomercial. Now, I understand those infomercials are paid and they got to get them on. That would piss me off too.
Mm-hmm.
That would, if I was watching the event and here we are coming down to this stretch and there's 2 holes to go and you're selling me face cream. It'll get rid of the bags under your eyes and your wrinkles.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't have to answer the phone on that day.
I've been there, dude. I mean, my first job at a TV station. Oh, people who call TV stations never call to say thank you. No. Never. I promise you answer the call at a TV station. I mean, nobody ever call. Hey, that was really good. Thank you for doing that. No. I promise that doesn't happen.
Now, that does happen in radio a bit. I have answered the phones for quite a while.
Yeah, I know you have. All right, Sid says, Friday night I was flipping through the channels, and I found WNBA airing on my rabbit ears, Mr. Symbieta. I want to know why I can't find Lobo football and basketball anymore, but I can watch the Fever in Phoenix. It's from Sid. Sid, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know why you can find that on your rabbit ears. Rory just finished 7 over 78. Ouch. 7 over par. Rory McIlroy, first round of the Open Championship.
Not good.
All right, I'll get you some more updates as soon as we get back. And when we return, a conversation with the Mountain West Commissioner, Gloria Navarez. I had this conversation a week ago today. Certainly some things have changed. But I asked her the question that I know many of you want to hear an answer to. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and Gato Roberto on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Cross-Camara here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
And of those 133, there are only 14 who are under par. So opening drive, Jeff Simbieta got the Roberto. Tiger Woods is one of them. Now, he's only 3 holes in. He made a birdie on number 3. Is one under. Your leader is Justin Thomas, the American. Shot a 368, so he's your leader. All these guys are finished with their day and are 2 under. Alex Noren, Nikolai Hogard, Justin Rose, and Russell Henley. And then Step Stropka's on the course, 2 under after 8. And then a group of guys at -1, including Tiger. Bryson DeChambeau +5. He shot a 76 today. Rory McIlroy, 7 over par today. Struggling. It was a tough day out on the golf course. Opening drive, Jeff Simbieta and Gato Roberto. We'll get back to your phone calls in a little bit. All right, so we're going to do these. I didn't go nuts like we have in past years and bring you back, 15, 20 of these things. But there'll be 8 of them that you'll hear over the course of the next few weeks. And tomorrow you will hear a conversation with Nate Dreiling, who is the interim head coach at Utah State, who spent last year down in Las Cruces with Jerry Kill and was the defensive coordinator at New Mexico State. He's the head coach at Utah State in a really bizarre situation. We'll hear from him tomorrow. But I want to give you kind of a state of the conference and sit down with the commissioner. And one of the questions I did ask Gloria Navarez, the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference last week, was something that has come up on this show a lot. Lobo fan being concerned about realignment and being left out. And there's a concept being tossed around of kind of earning your way in, and she'll talk about it, and I'll get into it a little bit more after you hear what she has to say. But here's my conversation from last week in Las Vegas with Mountain West Commissioner Gloria Navarez.
Happy Media Days, Madam Commissioner.
It is a happy media day.
Well, so talk to me about, you get to this point, and we're kind of on day 2, and this will play. What question are you just worn out having to dodge the answer to? No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I don't dodge questions.
No, but there's...
you know what?
There's answers that you can't or don't have. Sometimes you just don't have them, and I think that's the right way to say it.
It is how are you handling the tumultuous change in college athletics? And honestly, whatever I answer today could change tomorrow based on factors and where we stand and how we're thinking about things. So it's been, folks want direct, here's our plan, this is what we're going to do, but we are constantly strategizing by several different outcomes and being prepared to take advantage of things that make us better and avoid things that don't.
How many plans do you have? Like A, B, C, D? I mean, does it run through the alphabet and then you're double lettering?
It does. It absolutely does, because there's so much we don't know. We got to wait. The House settlement, the first piece, the CFP, ESPN deal, that's brought some surety. And that,
So you know.
Yeah. So that has solved a lot of some of the issues out there. The House settlement, we're getting more and more information, but I would say, of the 100% surety around it, we still have about 75% of the way to go to figure out, once that settlement is finalized, what does that mean for us?
Gloria Navarez is the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference. With all the uncertainty, your league has been stable. No change since 2013, which when I first heard that number yesterday, I said, that can't be right. And you went back. It's kind of amazing. Now, I don't know if stability makes it happy. Everybody's always looking. I understand, and you get it. If someone had a better option, they would go. But stability has to be a positive, doesn't it?
It is. And it is until we just discussed, until something happens tomorrow and the market changes again. But right now, in this moment, our schools are aligned. We're all rowing in the same direction. We know we have a great opportunity to be in the top 5 of the 9 FBS leagues. And that kind of unites everyone for the moment, which is a good thing. And we need to capitalize on that because, if you got something that's consistent and forward and positive, it's a really good thing in this environment.
Your coffee's here. I just want to make sure. I'm going to ask you something specific to our audience, and it comes up a lot in New Mexico. Everybody's reading the internet. Everybody reads reports. I say everything you read isn't true. In fact, most of what it, but there's some truth in some stuff. Local fans concerned. They're concerned they're going to get left behind. And maybe that's a legitimate concern. Maybe it's not. But I know the answer is we don't know. But how do you answer those sorts of questions?
And honestly, that is what we are working on most right now. You heard me talk about data and benchmarking, because no 2 schools are the same. You can't say, hey, everyone needs a budget of X or everyone needs to spend X here. What you have to do is figure out what are those categories that directly impact competitive success, and then figure out for each school, some are going to be ahead in some categories and some are going to be behind in some categories. How do we collectively think about moving folks along the spectrum? There's a gap between us and the 4.
Sure.
We're not going to jump over that canyon, but we got to make sure we keep moving forward to maintain our place in the competitive ecosystem.
Right. So to that vein, how do you weight football success, football commitment? So facilities, and everybody can look at the records. Everybody knows what Boise State's done over the last decade, what New Mexico's done. How important is football success and commitment to football as opposed to, or at least not opposed to, aside from everything else, including men's basketball?
Yeah, and everyone knows, it's no secret, football drives the economic engine of college sports at every level that sponsors FBS football. And we do a really good job in that. Certainly, there are places in each campus that folks want to do more, do better. And so what we're trying to do as a league, we don't build facilities, we don't hire coaches, and we don't recruit athletes. But if we can provide real, accurate data on those factors that impact competitiveness and where each school stands in relation to the conference and our competition, we are helping inform athletic directors and giving them the ability to make good decisions based on real data.
So the answer is yes, football matters. I've been telling our audience a lot. Football drives the bus. Well, look at basketball. Yeah, basketball's important. You had 6 teams in the tournament. Congratulations. It was great. I saw you at the Final Four two years ago. It was great. And don't stop. But football drives the bus.
Also, and basketball, what really for us brings huge value, and specifically Lobo Nation. You were at our tournament. When Lobo Nation showed up and showed out, I've been at a lot of sellout basketball tournaments. That was by far the best experience I've ever had. Our building was rocking. Fans were cheering and screaming. And honestly, in addition to football, the value of our fan bases who travel, who have passionate, I love the state flags that are coming out, the face painting, the genuine affinity and on your feet cheering is the value behind all of our sports.
And for context, so this is Gloria Navarez. She's the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference, spent time in the Pac-12 in the West Coast Conference where Gonzaga, St. Mary's would pack their building for their tournament. It was great. And I'm going to put on my other hat and as a bowl director, and we're going on 19 years with the Isleta New Mexico Bowl and a great relationship with the Mountain West. I would anticipate that moving forward, not negotiating with you now, obviously, but the bowl system in general, I tell people the inventory of teams is the same. People don't understand that.
Correct.
They don't, well, how can you add, there's 4 teams that won't play in a bowl and 4 are going to play in 2, and that gets you the same number. Yeah. But the importance, when I talk to football coaches, bowls are still important. Is that the message that you hear from them? Because not everybody in this room is playing realistically for a playoff spot. There's only 12.
Yeah.
But there are 80-ish bowl spots, and that's something they're playing for, and they need it.
Yeah. Back to our fan bases. You know what? These bowls are valuable because there's a culture of tuning in. People go on their winter break, and they plan to watch college football. They watch other college football, not just the ones they have affinity to. And so as long as the fans are tuning in and enjoying these games, they have value to us. Now, certainly in any given year, you might have a coaching change or some student athletes transferring that will disincentivize a school from being excited about postseason, given whatever their local conditions are. But globally speaking, the bowl space is really, really important.
Any thoughts from a conference commissioner level, and maybe this is even your spot, on the portal window? Because the portal window opens when bowl season begins, and there's been talk, do you tie NIL money, and if there's ever a contract like, I don't know, the rest of the world has, that you have to go through the complete season through bowl season. Obviously, that's been a big concern in our world.
Yeah, and, it's new. We only popped the lid off the transfer portal 2 years ago. I think there's probably some massaging and, folks are adjusting to it, learning how it works, and I think it'll continue to evolve.
Yeah, and I think that's right. All right, the health of your league. I looked through the non-conference schedules. I just talk with Craig about this all the time. All right, it's one thing to schedule them, then you got to go start winning some of them, and you have over there, and there's a lot of opportunities. Yeah, it's great to schedule, and it's important but to be where you want to be, you got to start winning some of these Power 4 games.
Yep, and that's why we play the game. But more importantly, the expanded CFP playoffs, the equity of access makes all of this relevant. Certainly the coaches and the players got to go out and get it done. But if we weren't playing for something as big as a spot in the CFP, we might not be taking the risk or swinging to the fences like we are.
You having fun with this? It feels like, yeah. Do you enjoy it more than you did maybe a year ago now that you're in the groove?
Yeah, well, one, I haven't had a chance to get around and I know everybody, and it's great to see some familiar faces. But when in this tumultuous environment, to have a moment where there's optimism, there's strength, there's excitement, it's really lifting me up. It's filling my cup. To be honest, it's been a good time.
Yeah, and Victoria filled your cup, so you're good. Literally. Go. Always appreciate the time. Congratulations on all the success.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate the conversation with Gloria, and I thought she was candid about a number of things. But you needed to hear it from another voice, not just me. That football stirs the drink, right? And look, basketball is important, She talked about it, having Lobo fan fill up the basketball arena, but she said it. Football stirs the drink. I want to talk to you about a model that she got into a little bit and talked about criterias and categories and competitive success, and something that's been bantied around that we touched on a bit last week, and that she talked about. Remember last week there was a John Canzano report that came out, talked about you can opt in if your athletic budget reaches a certain floor, let's just say $60 million. Then you can go into this new pack, whatever. There was one concept. Well, that's not exactly it. And I want to expound on that a little bit and give you some of what she had to say. 505-246-0610. You can react to what the commissioner had to say. It's the opening drive. Jeff Simbieta and Gato Roberto on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Center.
This report is sponsored by
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman! Boom!
This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive you madman home, huh?
I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom.
Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight. Boom! Boom!
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
You make my heart better. Try this shit better than all my intentions. Light-skinned shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I give you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Light-skinned shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I give you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
And AM 610, the sports animal.
All right, I want you to react to what the commissioner had to say. And get into it at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. The concept of this criteria and the categories. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good day, gentlemen. Nice interview. Very articulate and a brilliant woman who leads the organization. So I'm interested to hear people speak back. By the way, he's not my Bobcat and he's not your Bobcat. He's our Bobcat, just to make sure that we're clear on that. Hey, the prodigal genius has returned, Jeff. It's nice to have you back. Once the 4th of July holiday weekend is over, it's basically football season. But because my Frenchman couldn't make the championship in the soccer tournament, you know, and then the America's Cup was Sunday, two brilliant events. There I was watching the WNBA. I was watching the WNBA, Jeff. I never watched the WNBA, but I've actually tuned into about 3 or 4 games this year. And I can objectively say Caitlin Clark's already the best player in the WNBA. She's already the best player. And she's only going to get better. And her, as a force multiplier in that sport, and there's other great players, right? It's interesting how everything kind of plays out. But for her to get a guy who's been to multiple Super Bowls, the NBA Finals, the Kentucky Derby, the biggest sporting events in the world, or at least in the United States, for me to tune in and watch the WNBA, that's pretty good cachet on her part. So I thought I'd share that with you.
Yeah.
And the last part I want to ask you is, I'll be consistent and say, hey, how was Hooters and the Cheesecake Factory? Did you indulge?
I don't think I hit either one of them. I hit some good spots, though, man. I had some meals.
That's awesome. Hey, by the way, the Durango, Pagosa Springs area, good for Rocky Long. That is a gorgeous
100%.
area in which to kind of settle in and play the last part of your career. So, yeah, I'm happy for him. Thanks for sharing that.
All
Have
right.
a great day, guys.
See you. Yep. Rocky Long up at Fort Lewis, the defensive analyst. All right, so there's a concept that that's being bandied around. So, and I know you saw this, I don't know, last week, a week and a half ago, where there was one of these theories that if you had a athletic department budget of a floor, and the working number was $60 million, that you could opt yourself in, and basically if you didn't, you'd opt out and you wouldn't be in the pack, whatever. And there's what I'm understanding more of is there might be a bunch of criteria, meaning athletic budget would be one of them, and success and facilities, and there would be, a number. So everybody isn't going to hit them all, but if you hit, 5 out of 10 right away and 7 out of 10 within X number of years, and but I'll explain a little bit more of that as we go forward. And then I want your thoughts on what the commissioner said. When I asked her, Lobo fan is concerned. They're afraid they might get left out. What do you say to that? And she said, football stirs the drink. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, Gato Roberto. Glad you're with us. 505-246-0610. Come on in on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the Sports Minute, sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Like me, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Cross-Camara here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
You make my heart better. Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I give you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
The championship is underway at Royal Troon in Troon, Scotland. It's about 60 degrees and drizzly. As of now, there are 138 golfers on the course, and it is playing hard because only 12 of them are under par. Justin Thomas is your leader. He shot a 3 under 68 this morning. One stroke better than Alex Noren, Nikolai Hogard, and Justin Rose and Russell Henley. Sepp Straka is also -2. Xander Schauffele's gotten to -1. Jordan Spieth is there as well. They're both early in their rounds. Tiger Woods was 1 under after 3, bogeyed the last 2. So he has dropped to 1 over par. He's playing number 6. Roy McIlroy, 7 over today. Bryson DeChambeau, 5 over. He needed an eagle late in his round to get to 5. It's a hard run today. He eagled number 16 to DeChambeau to get to 5 over par. Opening drive, Jefferson Beata. Gato Roberto's in for JJ Bucktife. I almost forgot his name. I did not. We're taking your phone calls at 505-246-0610. That is the Sports Animal text line and our phone line. Text line says Jeff Grammer and Cy killed it earlier this week. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
You spelled Jeff like like my name, not like
with a J.
Yeah.
No.
The right way. Honestly, GEOFF.
Well, it kind of goes with the Open. Isn't that the English?
Is that where that comes from?
I believe so.
All right, that sounds about right. I'm glad that worked out well, and it's good to be back. All right, we just heard a conversation I had with Gloria Navarez, the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference. If you missed it, I think it's worth a listen. Will you be able to post that on the you won't? You looked at me like you maybe not. Okay.
Well, I think
maybe JJ will be able to get that up next week on our website.
Yeah, because it came from JJ, so he may have already posted it.
Hopefully he did. sportsanimalabq.com. And you can listen to that. So I asked her about, Lobo fans' concern about being left behind. And she talked about kind of loosely a criteria and categories. And would there be, because she said no school's all alike. And so there's been a concept out there that if you have a floor athletic department budget, let's say $60 million, okay, then you can get into this new league. Whatever that happens to be, the Pac-12, Mountain, whatever, okay? So New Mexico was at like 48 million. She talked a little bit about different criteria. So it's not just about budget, although that would be a criteria. It would be about commitment and facilities and whatever the criteria would be. And they would be all decided upon. This is, and again, this is just one concept that's out there. I don't know if basketball would be part of the criteria. I don't know, but I know facilities would be. I know commitment would be. There'd be a number of things. How do you feel? Do you feel better about the Lobos' chances of making sure that you're not left out after hearing what she had to say? It sounds like there's the opportunity would be there. She talked about competitive success. Look, football's got to get better. It just has to. Now, somebody's always going to be in first and somebody's going to be in last. It's just the way it is. If you're continuing to be in last place, that's a problem. Lobos were picked second to last in the league. And I think there's a lot of unknowns. I think they got picked second to last because I think the media who was picking had a lot of unknowns about Nevada and New Mexico and had a lot more confidence in Bronco Mendenhall as a head coach than maybe Jeff Choate, who's the new head coach at Nevada. Fair enough. A lot of unknowns, period. Utah State's going to be interesting. How's Nate Dreiling going to be able to get that thing together, right? And you're going to hear from Nate tomorrow, the former defensive coordinator at New Mexico State, who found himself as a head coach just about 2 weeks ago at Utah State. So as you listened to her, I'm just kind of curious where you were with it. It stunned me, and I guess I look back, that the Mountain West has not had a membership change since 2013, when all these other leagues have. And as we sit around and we watch now what's happening in college athletics and the noise over the last few days about what's going on in the ACC with Florida State, Clemson, where they're going to go. I mean, the noise now is that they might go to the Big 12. They thought they were going to the Big 10 or to the SEC, but it doesn't sound like those two leagues want them. So where are they going to go? A little other college football news. The leaders of the college football playoff decided that they're not going to make any decisions about the postseason format in 2026 and beyond until after a national championship this year.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
Young driver, this one. Hard to get her out. She'd been drinking. This one. Both of them gone. They'd been drinking, and he drove clear off the road. This was my family. Drunk driver hit us. And my wife and our daughter, they didn't make it.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in Burkia. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you.
I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Spout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together
Pull together.
to make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman!
This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive you madman home, huh?
I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom.
Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight. Boom! Boom!
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
After Ayuk and the Niners met in Santa Clara to discuss the situation, he's got 1 year remaining on his rookie deal. He's been seeking a big money extension, kind of in the lines of what A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Smith got. Like, he wants $30 million a year. Bob, he's only set, I don't know how he's going to get by this year. He's 26 years old. He's set to make $14.124 million this year. It's the fifth and final year of his rookie contract. I mean...
Is he worth that much more?
He thinks he's worth 32 million a year.
Well, I think I'm worth a lot more than what I'm being paid here.
Then hold out, man. I don't even know why you came to work today.
Well, I knew you were going to be.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair. At various points throughout this offseason, Ayuk has tried to apply the pressure to the Niners, right? Trying to get the deal done sooner. And they had a late summer timeline. He's gone on social media. He's voiced his displeasure. He's posted to TikTok telling other players that they don't want me back. The Niners don't want me back. He had not requested a trade until Tuesday. And then Jeremy Fowler at ESPN said that Ayuk wants to be traded or paid. Okay. So watch that and see where it goes. I know you've been watching it the whole time, and I know you're probably sick of it. And I don't know that I blame you for being sick of it, because I think that's the one story where you're just going, okay, enough. He's really good, but he's getting paid, but okay. I had not seen this either. This came out this morning. Terrell Owens. Remember Terrell Owens? He's been out of the news for a while. Yeah, Terrell Owens is back. So evidently Terrell Owens wanted to join Tom Brady in Tampa Bay the year Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. Terrell was 48 years old at the time. What the hell, man? I mean, Brady was 42. Wanted to help fill in some holes after Antonio Brown left the team. And he said, Tom Brady ignored me. So, look, a lot of players went with Brady when he went, right? Leonard Fournette went. Antonio Brown went. Terrell Owens was on the Bubba Dub show.
Bubba Dub?
Yeah, Bubba Dub.
Okay.
And he said that he reached out to Brady in 2021 and asked for a shot to play for the Bucs, the playoffs. He just wanted to play in the playoffs. Brady never responded. Quote, Tom Brady ignored me. The year that AB went crazy, they just needed somebody to fill some holes with AB leaving at the receiver position. I reached out to him through Randy Moss and some other people just to come in and play third down and red zone situations. This dude ignored me. It just shows you the lack of respect there. But when they get in front of you, they want to act like they respect you, end quote. Yeah. All right, dude. No, honestly. First of all, So you reached out in the playoffs. I don't know what Tom Brady had going on at that time. I'm going to guess he was busy. I have no idea what your relationship with Tom Brady is. Dude, you're a 48-year-old receiver who hadn't played at all, and you're just going to step into the playoffs, and you're going to be that guy. Throw me the ball at the goal line. I'm going to be that guy.
That sounds a little far-fetched.
Come on, man. Okay, so dude's going to come off the beach. He's 48 years old. I don't know what kind of shape you're in. I don't make the decisions anyway. I'm the damn quarterback. I'm not the GM. And pardon me for siding with Brady here. That was the year. Remember, Antonio Brown had his walkout during the Week 17 game against the Jets. Right? Remember, he took off his pads. You remember this? During the game, He took off his pads. He left the field. He never played in the NFL again. Bucks went on. They won the NFC South. They were ousted from the postseason. That was the year the Rams beat them, and the Rams went and won the Super Bowl. So Terrell Owens was 48 years old at the time of his comeback. He played in that fan-controlled football, whatever that was, in 2022. Look, would it have been interesting if a guy who ranks third on an all-time receiving list signed on with Tampa Bay to play some postseason football? But it's hard to sit here and be alarmed that it didn't happen. And pardon me for not getting crazy that Tom Brady didn't respond to Terrell Owens' crazy request at 48 years old to come out and come off a beach and hadn't played football in a year, whatever it was, or 2 years or 3 years, I don't know how long, and just say, yeah, man, I'm going to be your guy at the goal line. Let me come in and play. I'm sorry. but it just shows the disrespect he has for me. He gets in front of your face, man, and he's respect you. Tom Brady should tell him to bleep off. Who the hell's Terrell Owens at that point? Terrell Owens was really, really good. Terrell Owens was a Hall of Fame receiver. Right.
Was.
Right. And at that point, Tom Brady just won a damn Super Bowl.
And how long had it been since he had played?
It'd been a while.
Yeah.
It just was 48.
So, come on. At least Brady was playing all this time.
That's
and
right.
Was in shape.
And by the way,
himself going.
I guess if Tom Brady would have made the call to the front office and said, hey, let's bring in T.O. and get a look. But it's hard. Dude, receivers are divas. They are. They are. But that's fine. All right. 505-246-0610. Come on in. 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. We talked about the Devontae Adams situation with Aaron Rodgers. And he left the door open. Rodgers has been hinting about getting back together. Rodgers was in Reno last weekend at that celebrity golf tournament saying, I can't wait to play with Devontae again. Devontae isn't killing it. His agent said there's no trade. But again, here's Devontae responding to the trade rumors to go play with the Jets. Quote, I'll answer it like this. If I'm going to be reunited with anyone, it would be with Aaron. I'm locked in with the Raiders, and I really feel good about this team. As far as I know, they feel good about me. And if that ever changes, obviously we would figure out whatever we need to figure out. The thought of playing with Aaron is obviously amazing. I already know what's that like, which is similar to why I came here and reunited with Derek Carr, because I have familiarity with him. And it helps when they're the best ever to play the game, which is how I feel. And he's given me the opportunity to show the world what I can do. End quote. So he sure as hell didn't close the door, didn't he? He didn't say no. He didn't say, no, there's not a damn chance I'm staying here. I'm in Vegas. This is where I want to be. Now, he talked about Aiden O'Connell, the quarterback there. It's either Aiden O'Connell or Jimmy Garoppolo. I do believe in Aiden, and I think he's going to be able to feel a lot more comfortable. We just got to keep working, just like with me and Aaron. Okay. It's not a big vote of confidence. I mean, the Raiders would have to pull the trigger. Now, what would the Jets have to give up? Just theoretically. If you're the Raiders and you're sitting around saying, you want Devontae Adams? I want Garrett Wilson. They're going to say, hell no. Well, then what do you got? You're not giving him Breece Hall. You're not giving him Garrett Wilson. You're giving a first-round pick next year? And if you're the Raiders, you taking that? They got Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams at wide receiver, and Xavier Gibson. I mean, pay me. I want Garrett Wilson. There's no way they're giving you Garrett Wilson. One of the best young receivers in the game. So what's he worth to you? Raider fan? I mean, Raider fan, where are you? If you get quarterback play, you might be good. But that's such a big if in today's world. If you get quarterback play. All right, when we come back, Caitlin Clark set a record yesterday. The post game was interesting. She was asked a question about the record, and before she could answer, her teammate jumped in. What her teammate had to say, and I think it's telling on where she's come. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Getting ready to step into the ring.
If you're drunk, blasted, intoxicated, rip, plastered, destroyed, bruh. If you're like this, you shouldn't be driving.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in boot camp. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, Refractive Lens Exchange. The latest technology, the best eyesight I've ever had in my life, and you can check it out by clicking on the link in the description right here.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space. And you can be part of it.
You make my heart better. Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready.
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and Gato Roberto. Glad you're here. So we're up to 151 golfers who've hit the course today, and it is playing tough. Of those 151, 17 of them are under par. Xander Schauffele's one of them, along with Brooks Koepka. They both just went 1 under. Your leader, Justin Thomas, who shot a 368 today. I'm watching dudes just, that was Spieth. He had a ball buried just like a fried egg in the sand in one of those pot bunkers, tried to get it out, and it just rolled back at his feet. It's just so hard. But that's good. It's good. Tiger Woods' his last check was 2 over. He at one point, 2 over. He took a double bogey on number 5. He birdied 3, bogeyed 4, doubled 5. Then came back with a par on number 6. So he's playing on the 7th hole. And again, Bryson DeChambeau 5 over today. Rory McIlroy 7 over today. It's not easy out there, man. It's really not easy. 505-246-0610 is how to get here today. 505-246-0610. Here's on the 7th hole. Tiger Woods down the hill for birdie. It's rolling. It's coming at it, and it just turns left and rolls about 3 feet past the hole. He'll have 3 feet coming back for par. I want to do golf on the radio, Bob. I want to be that guy out there. And he looks over it, stands over it, and he pulls the putter back and follows through, and it's on its way, and it's turned to the left, and it's got momentum, and it just slips up.
Sounds like you could do the job.
I think I could do the job.
Yeah.
So we do it with an accent.
Might have to bring the whisper.
Do you have to have an accent?
Maybe
Is it better with an accent, especially if it's the open at Royal Troon?
Yeah, maybe.
It's better that way? All right. I'll stop whispering now. Caitlin Clark had a night last night. She had 19 assists, which is a WNBA record. She broke the WNBA single game assist record. They lost last night, 101-93. She had 24 points, 19 assists. So after the game, she was asked a question. Now, I want to preface this. One of the big conversations we had a week, 2-3 weeks ago, whenever it was, when we were like, well, where are Caitlin Clark's teammates? Why aren't they coming to her defense? Why? That shows a lot, right? When she was, quote unquote, getting roughed up. When she was getting the initiation into the WNBA. And I think she's come a long way, at least her teammates have. So after the game last night, Caitlin Clark in the press conference was asked what it means to break Courtney Vandersloot's previous all-time league assist record of 18. She now has 19. What's it like to have another NBA feat? And before she could say anything, Aaliyah Boston, who was up on the podium with her teammate, jumped in. Aaliyah Boston said, quote, she's going to say it means nothing. But I think it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. So sorry. She looked at her, so sorry for jumping in, end quote. And I think that shows that her teammates have her back, are sticking up for her. I mean, Caitlin Clark said, quote, I just try to set up my teammates for success. I think at times I can almost overpass, and there probably could have been a few times where instead of passes that led to turnovers that I may have, I can probably shoot the ball. But especially with AB, I'm just looking to set her up so much. My eyes are always on a post player, whether it's AB or whoever's in the game at the time, end quote. But I think that's pretty cool. She has scored or assisted on 41.8% of her team's points this year. It's the highest percentage of anybody in the league this year. And we had a caller earlier said she's the best player in the league already. I don't know that she is. But she's pretty stinking good. I mean, she's pretty damn good. And setting records. Now they'll get a month off, and the WNBA will have the pause for the Olympics. But I think it shows something that her teammates are stepping up, defending her, going to bat for her, where maybe they didn't a month ago. Maybe. But to me, there's an evolution there. So we'll see. Todd Brown got an extension. The baseball coach at the University of New Mexico yesterday got extended through 2029, if I'm not mistaken. Gene says, what exactly has Rod Brown done here, Jeff? I have no problem extending a contract. But is it too much to ask that wait until Lobo baseball sniffs the postseason, actually wins a game in a conference tournament first? It's from Gene. Evidently, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the terms were on that. But the baseball coach at the University of New Mexico was extended yesterday. Deutsch says no bye week for Bobcat. Gato Roberto. Jeff, so when the baseball team gets a week off, Bobcat still has to work? He needs a new agent. That's not all he does, man. People think like all you do back there is just run baseball games. Another bogey for Tiger. He's +3. It's a hard golf course. Yeah, people think all you do is run the damn baseball games. And ice hopes are off this week. It's like, wow, Bob still has to work? Yeah, dude. Bob still has to come to work.
I'll be doing Friday night's game.
They're back at it Friday night, right? They're in Sacramento for 3?
Yeah.
I think that's right. Yeah. Yes. They put him on, but he's got to slum it with me. See, instead of sitting in the penthouse and doing Ice Topes baseball, he's got to sit here and hang out with me.
That's okay. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. You and me tomorrow?
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to do a split shift tomorrow,
Ooh.
as far as I know.
All right. Tomorrow on the opening drive.
Yeah. Opening drive and then baseball in the evening.
All right. Nick Neal will be with us at 8:30. We'll talk golf with him. Looking forward to talk about the Open. That point, we'll have a round and a half down. And we'll get you a golf tip. And also tomorrow, I'm thinking at about maybe 9 o'clock, maybe 7:30. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Conversation with Nate Dreiling, the Utah State head coach, who last year was down in Las Cruces. He talks a lot about the New Mexican food. Boy, did he love Las Cruces. He loved the food down in Las Cruces. Like, that was the hardest thing. You don't have the Open on in your office, do you? The TV? Like,
no.
To look at the shot that coming out of these bunkers is insane. What Brooks Koepka just had.
Yeah, I don't have a TV in here. All I have.
Was that right? They eliminated that?
Yeah. All I have are monitors.
Yeah, you guys were slacking too much just watching TV back there. Well, I know.
If I wanted to, I could probably find it on the net somewhere.
Promise. Yeah, promise. James sent me an email, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Is James the only one that's going to try to get to Tucson August 31st to cheer for Danny Gonzalez in Arizona to fall on their face in the Cats season opener, Jeff? I don't know. I'm going to guess you're not the only one, though. I mean, I don't know who else is going, James, but I'm going to guess you're not the only one. Just me going out on a limb. It's the season opener for Arizona. It'll be the second game for New Mexico. But no, I'm going to guess you're not the only one. I mean, that's me. You were telling me about this. The mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo. So they're having at the Olympics, they're going to have competitions in the Seine River.
Yeah, at least that was the plan. I don't know if it still is.
So she swam in the river on Wednesday to show that it's clean enough for outdoor swimming events, the Paris Olympics. They don't have damn pools? I can't recall ever seeing a swimming event
in a river.
In a river. Can you?
No. It does sound a little odd. I mean, because you got the current. That's going to help a little bit with the timing. But
I mean, rowing events and that sort of stuff, yes.
But swimming? No.
All right, so the mayor put on a wetsuit and goggles and went out and did this. She was joined by the president of the Paris Olympics Organizing Committee, Tony Estangois. I'm going to guess that's how it is. Estangois. They swam in the river near the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah.
And before she went in, she released a statement saying the efforts made, that's a wrong accent, the efforts made by the city and the state to improve the quality of the Seine's waters and the ecological state of the river. What does that even mean?
Well, apparently it was so bad.
It was nasty, dude.
Yeah.
It was disgusting from every report. So she previously committed to cleaning up this river that was just polluted in advance of the Olympics. And she wanted to showcase that the Seine was safe to hold the triathlon. Okay, so it's not regular swimming event. It's the This makes more sense to me.
Okay.
It's the triathlon and marathon swimming events.
All right.
They swim in the marathon?
I didn't think so.
Not that I knew of.
I thought that was a 28-mile run.
Yeah. So she had planned to bathe in the river alongside Emmanuel Macron last month. but Macron's since been ousted, right?
Yes.
The water tested for high levels of bacteria, so she scheduled a postponement on her little dip in the river until they could clean it up even more because the water had way too high levels of bacteria.
Yeah.
The Minister of Sport for France, Emile Castera, also swam in the Seine this past Saturday to prove it's been cleaned up. I mean, what does this prove? That they went in the damn river? The river was swimmable, according to this clean water campaign group, Surf Rider Europe. They put out a WhatsApp message. The test showed that the river was now swimmable. I don't know, man. I'm traveling across the country, and you want me to go into this disgusting sludge fest where last week, it's too much bacteria, but now it's clean. How do you clean up? I mean, honestly, how do you clean up a full river that had way too much bacteria?
And
Chlorine? What do you do?
I have no idea. Doesn't make sense because that to me would be a years long project, especially with what's upstream from you.
Feels that way.
Yeah,
that's nasty. I mean, I'm good, man. Thank you. All right, when we come back, we'll wrap it up, get you everything you got to know. I'll get you an updated leaderboard. Tiger is teeing off on I believe it's number 8. He's 3 over. And I'll get you the whole leaderboard that you need to know when we come back. Hey, if you've been a victim of a home or business break-in, you know all too well it takes hours, if not days, for the police to respond. They just don't have enough officers to cover all the calls they get for service. So when it's your home, when it's your business, you need a quicker response. How about 7 minutes or less? That's normally the response time for customers of International Protective Service, IPS. IPS has officers strategically placed around Albuquerque and now in Santa Fe so they can react quickly. They catch criminals often in the act. They detain them, call police to come pick them up. IPS also provides standing guards, so if you need eyes on your property around the clock, they'll help you there. And they install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility. They monitor those cameras 24/7 and to raise the level of security around your home or business. Look, I've trusted IPS for years. You know that. I was just gone. I watched them come by multiple times a day and do exterior checks on my home. They've got you let them know you're out of town. If you need to pick up newspapers, roll in the garbage cans, pick up a package that was left, they'll do that for you. So who's watching your home when you're gone on summer break? Don't let it be the bad guys. A quick response to your alarm or standing guards at your business, what IPS does, you'll sleep better at night. You can't prevent it all, but if you don't have any protection, you're more likely to be victimized. The number is 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. IPS is passionate about making Albuquerque a better and safer place to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space. And you can be part of it.
You make my heart better. Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in boot camp. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you.
I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
Hey, look! It's Dwight Goodman! Boom! This place is hot. Let's see if anyone needs my help. How about I drive you madman home, huh?
I got this, Dwight. I'm the designated driver. Boom.
Sweet. Does anyone need Dwight's help getting home tonight?
No thanks, Romeo. I've got a taxi all lined up.
Drive safe, Dwight.
Boom! Boom!
Seriously? You expect me to drive while you aren't wearing seatbelts?
What's the worst that can happen?
Seriously? Buckle up.
Okay.
Thank you.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone.
At -2. Tiger Woods is a +3 right now. He's playing number 8. Dude's in trouble. Rory McIlroy, 7 over par today. Ricky Fowler, 7 over today. Bryson DeChambeau, +5. Tough golf course, tough conditions, and it looks cold and chilly at Royal Troon. So we'll watch that, and you get to watch it the rest of the morning, and the Open Championship continues to go on. What else you got to know as you go through your day? Caitlin Clark had a big night last night. She had 24 points and 19 rebounds, or 19 assists. The 19 assists sets a WNBA record for most assists in a game. Another big mark for Caitlin Clark. Bronny James had 12 points last night, his best game since the Summer League began. Shot 5-11 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point land. Rocky Long, the former Lobo head football coach, former quarterback at UNM, of course, is back in football. Living up in Durango, he will be a defensive analyst for Fort Lewis College. That's up in Durango. They play in the RMAC, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And so he's back in coach football. I love the story, and I'm thrilled for him. I'm glad he's just got back into something that he loves. And, man, that dude's a football coach, right? It's a football coach. It's what he does. It's not all about the money. He just wants to coach ball, and he's going to get an opportunity to do so. All right, you can still get in, 505-246-0610. Emails, jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. And the text line, 505-246-0610. John's in on the text line. Says, good morning, Jeff. So good to hear you back on the OD. Yeah, I would need a wetsuit if I swam in that bacteria-ridden river. OMG. Pretty strange. Thanks, Jeff. John in the Duke City. Appreciate you, John. This is on the email devices from Ken. What's wrong with a 15-time major circus? Tiger Woods. Jeff, 15-footer for Bird, and he walks off dropping a stroke? Sounds like Ken playing, not a guy that's won 15 majors. Yeah, and you would think I'm agreeing. So he 3-putted. He was putting for birdie, ran it past, and ended up making bogey. Missed the 3-footer coming back. Yeah. Look, man, I've told you this on Tiger. Tiger Woods is as good as there's ever been. And there is going to be a tournament, and probably a major, in which he competes. I don't know that I think he'll ever win another major. But you cannot just play competitive golf once a month at 48 years old against guys in their prime who are this damn good and think you're going to compete. You just can't do it. And Tiger's proven that. He is broken. His body's reconstructed. And especially in these conditions with his leg and as cold and as damp as it is out there, I think it'd be one thing if it was perfect and, 82 and dry, but it's cold and wet and damp. And that reconstructed body is out there. Oh, and he's not playing competitive golf on a regular basis because his body will not allow him to do it. As good as Tiger Woods was, and as legendary as he will always be, dude is still human. And I don't care who you are and what you do. You can't just go out and do it a couple times once a month and think you're going to compete with the best in the world. Go out and play golf now. Like those of you who play once a week, right? You got some good strokes, but you're like, damn, dude, I can't keep up with that guy. These guys are the best in the world. It's the deepest the golf has ever been. From the Schefflers to the Schaufflers to the international guys. I mean, everything you got. Right? And you expect him to just go out there and compete at 48 years old and reconstructed? And the answer is yes, I know that. I know you do. Bad Street says, living it up. Did you see Anaban Lahiri choke on a 2-footer to beat Sergio in regulation in Spain? This was after Sergio was an 84% projected winner going into 17. He choked himself. Did not. But I appreciate the live update. Nope, didn't see it. You like the afternoon rain, by the way? Did you get a bunch yesterday? It rained all night.
Well, I don't know about all night. We live in different parts of the city.
Do we?
Yeah.
Same planet, different world?
Yeah. Down in the South Valley, it was, I don't remember any rain
Did you get any rain?
7.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got rain. I mean, there was Lake Bob in the driveway.
Yeah, it dumped yesterday.
But I was out driving Uber when it really hit.
How do you like that in the Uber when it's raining?
Oh, that was fun.
All these people all soaking wet, getting in your car, stinking.
I actually only had one person that
stank.
No, that during that period of rain that got in the car. And it didn't take long for the back of my shirt to get wet.
Yeah. All right. You're in with me tomorrow, right?
Yes. Right. In the morning.
So tomorrow, we'll get Nate Dreiling.
Yes.
The Utah State coach will be with us. Or a conversation I had, the former Aggie assistant. On Monday, Tony Sanchez, the New Mexico State head coach, will be here. I didn't realize how much Jerry Kill tree there was in the Mountain West. Next week, we'll hear from Jay Sawvell, the new head coach at Wyoming. He spent 15 years with Jerry Kill. Did not know that until we talked. When we talk next week, you'll hear from the new San Jose State coach, Ken Niumatalolo, who spent all those years at Navy. I think he appeared in 8 bowl games, and San Jose State in their history has appeared in 7, but he's the new San Jose State coach. But Ken Niumatalolo's son played for Bronco Mendenhall at BYU. And so I thought it was a really good perspective on Bronco Mendenhall from a guy whose kid played for him. And I think Global Fan will be really interested to hear what Ken Niumatalolo has to say. So we'll do that next week. Next week, we'll also have conversations with Barry Odom, the UNLV coach who was coach of the year in this league, in the Mountain West. Troy Calhoun, the Air Force coach, who's just been a magician doing what he does up at the Air Force Academy. That was a really good conversation. Sat down with Jay Norvell, the head coach at Colorado State, And I'm wondering, did anybody else? There's probably one other one in there. You got them all, don't you?
Got Troy, Nate,
Yep.
Jay, Spencer.
Oh, Spencer Danielson, the new head coach at Boise State. What a great story he is, man. So you think Boise State, one of the great programs, right? I mean, dude must have been all over the place. He's coached at 2 places. Azusa Pacific, do you know where that is?
West of here?
Southern California. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Pacific. That's good call. And then at Boise State. And he's been there 8 years. And now he's the head coach. And he's had opportunities to go places. And so another guy, really, really cerebral, fascinating guy. So we'll have all those conversations next week and get you set for Mountain West football. And then as we get closer, we'll have some more stuff live. And we'll get Rich Clark, the new commissioner of the College Football Playoff, will be with us. And got some really cool stuff that came out of Media Day. So that's what, but tomorrow it'll be Nate Dreiling, the Utah State coach, the former Aggie assistant, and it will be Nick Neal. Thank you to Gloria Navarez. She is the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference. Conversation with her today. Adrian, great job on the visuals. Going to be back, and thanks for, putting us on the air. Bob, thank you for working today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Always enjoy having you in here. You want to do it again tomorrow?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. The Jim Rome Show.
We'll do it again.
Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowards after that. 2 Men On is in at 4, and then we're back tomorrow morning. With award-winning radio, we will start at, I don't know, you want to start at 7 a.m.?
Well, I'll be here earlier than that.
But I mean, to start the show. I mean,
we'll
All right, that's what we'll do. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. See you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often, alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a party with alcohol in their home will keep the kids safe, but it's wrong and it's illegal. As a parent, to allow your teenagers' underage friends to consume alcohol on your property is a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
This is a program of the Drug Free Action Alliance. For more information, go to burnco.gov/do-not-host.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here, and I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space, and you can be part of it.
Shawty, she better than all my intentions. making sure that you got my attention. CEO, baby, I give you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Hi, I'm Steve Stucker here for Dr. Robert Melendez and the Juliet Eye Institute. You may remember me like this, but no more. The glasses are gone. I tossed them months ago because of a brand new procedure from Dr. Melendez known as RLE, refractive lens